Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And welcoming to the Team Racing YouTube channel today is Nina Osegueda. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, it is great to have you here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It is certainly my pleasure. So, I want to start this off with just having you introduce yourself to our guests and give us a little bit about your background.
Okay, my name is Nina Osegueda. I'm from Washington, D.C., currently in Manassas, Virginia, because, prices.
Mhm.
Um, I'm in a heavy metal band called The Sound of Thunder. We've been together for about 12 years, and we are currently working on our eighth, ninth album. I can't remember which, but
Oh.
but yeah, we're working on an album, and right now we've got yet another Kickstarter going to finish up our trilogy of music videos for our
Mhm.
newest album. So we got that going on right now, and yeah, just trying to survive as a musician during the pandemic.
That is fabulous. That's fabulous. Well, I'm so glad that you're here with us. Nina, when did you get into music and how did the band start?
So I guess I've been singing since I was, a little girl.
Mhm.
I went to, a public school in PG County, Maryland. My mother would take me to auditions that I probably had no place going to because I never had
Mhm.
private voice lessons. But she would take me to these auditions at like the Kennedy Center and I would get in. So I used to sing with the Washington Opera in the children's
Mhm.
choir.
Mhm.
And then after college, my husband took me to a Dragon Force show, and
Mhm.
I was so in love with the music, I decided I had to do heavy metal now. So I got on Craigslist. I was in a band out of college, but the band I'm in now is Sound of Thunder. Didn't start
Mhm.
until I was 25, and we've been together ever since.
Oh, wow, wonderful. And you've been nine albums together, nine
Yeah,
albums. That is quite a lot. That's a good, cadre of work.
thank
What's it
you.
been like working with the other band members and producing nine albums must be a lot. So what has that been like putting the work in to produce so much music?
It actually comes very easily to us just because when you start a band, you don't really think about how well you're going to get along with your bandmates.
Hmm.
So when I was in my first band, it was just like, okay, well, who can play guitar, who can play drums? You don't really think about anything else. But the band I'm in now, A Sound of Thunder, we love each other so much. Like we're such good friends that writing music together, it just comes easily. It comes
Hmm.
naturally. When we're in a room together, my guitarist will start playing a riff, and then my bass player will start playing with him, and then the drums, and then I'll just sing something and write lyrics on my phone, and it all just comes together very organically. So it doesn't really feel like work when we're in the writing phase. The work comes
Hmm.
later when we have to put it all together coherently.
Certainly. And what kind of themes do you like to explore as a band when you say, okay, we're gonna do this song, we're doing a new album? What kind of themes and what really inspires you for the music that you create?
So it's different. And I think anybody who has looked at our work will see a change throughout the years. It starts off, I like to write a lot of stories. I like
Hmm.
fantasy. I like
Hmm.
history. So you'll
Hmm.
see a lot of that in the beginning. And more recently, because of the pandemic, we
Hmm.
were inspired by current events.
Hmm.
So this newest album is based basically on what happened in the year 2000 and 2001. It's
Hmm.
called The Crimson Cult.
Hmm.
It's not very subtle, but all of the songs are inspired by, I don't want to say politics specifically, but the things that politics brought to our country. And
Hmm.
especially us being from the DC area, watching all of that unfold before us was very emotionally inspiring. And
Yeah.
I'm not really big into writing about my emotions, but this was different. So that
Um,
definitely shaped this new album.
that's great. That's great. And I liked that you talked about the pandemic. What's that been like as performers and artists during the pandemic? How did that, change things as a band, the way how you do work, the way how you perform, all of that? How's the pandemic impacted you?
Well, in the very beginning, we couldn't gather at all,
Mhm.
before we had vaccines and everything. We stopped getting together, and we're used to seeing each other at least twice a week for practice. So
Yeah.
not seeing each other for several months was like very difficult. And so we would communicate a lot. We talk about our ideas and what we would like to write about.
Mhm.
And as the pandemic it kept going, we tried to come up with ways to see each other again. So my guitarist actually hung up clear shower curtains all over his basement so that I could have my little section. The drummer has his little section, the guitarist
Mhm.
has his little section. So we were all separated and as safe as humanly possible. And they all wore masks while they played, everyone but me,
Mhm.
so I could sing. But we tried to be as safe as we could. And that's how we wrote this album. We wrote it in the
Yes.
basement with the shower curtains. And then when we could finally get vaccinated, we were like first in line to get vaccinated. And we were able to write music. We're not able to play a lot of shows, unfortunately,
Mhm.
especially right now during what is it? The newest iteration of COVID is going around. So
Mhm.
we have like one show on our in our future, and it's in
Yeah.
March in Baltimore. So
Ah.
and the big deal about that show is that it's going to be live streamed. So you can buy a
Mhm.
ticket to the live stream if you don't feel comfortable going in person. And that is like a godsend that we can live stream events
That
now.
is really good. That is
Yeah.
really good. And you've mentioned this trio of music videos, that's a part of the promotion for this newest album. What's
Mm-hmm.
it been like making these music videos? What's the storyline that it's giving? And what are you looking forward to in completing the third of the trilogy?
So I am super excited about these videos because they are actually being filmed in Catalonia by one of our
Ah.
friends.
Mhm.
So a few years ago, we went viral in Catalonia because we
Mhm.
did a heavy metal version of their national anthem.
In
And
Catalan.
yes, and
Ah.
it like struck a chord over there, and we made
Mhm.
so many great friends. And one of the friends that we made is this incredible videographer.
Mhm.
He's just incredible. And we asked him to please, help us make. We were thinking of just doing one music video, maybe.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I want to do three. And I want them to be like fully like cinematic, and they're going to tell
Yes.
stories. And we were like, okay, well, I guess we have to raise a little bit more money because we want to pay you. So
Yes.
each of the videos tells a different story, a different song on the album. So we've got
Mhm.
The Crimson Cult, which is about
Mhm.
the Crimson Cult, who they are and
Yes.
where they come from. You've got
Mhm.
Orb Weaver, which is a spider, and
Mhm.
the theme of Orb Weaver is a person who kind of sneaks their way into your mind and convinces you to
Mhm.
do things that you might necessarily not have done before. So a
Ah.
spider-like woman. And the third one is Behind the Light. And it's basically about, I will say, like millennials and young people kind of being like, we're kind of sick of what's going on right now. We need
Yeah,
to actually fight back and do something about it. So that's the
certainly. Well,
trilogy.
what I do hope for is that when this thing is all said and done, you can go and have a fabulous show in Barcelona.
Oh, God, I can't
And I'm
wait.
sure, yes, that would be really, 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 really great.
Yes.
Let's talk about how people can support, because of course, people can go ahead and support now for this music video. So how can they
Yes.
do that?
Yes. So if you go to a soundofthunder.band.com, you will
Mhm.
find all of our links to everything. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. All you got to do is Google A Sound of Thunder, really, and we'll come right up.
Yeah.
And so you can support us right now with this Kickstarter. You can buy our albums. You can buy all of our music and t-shirts and merchandise on our website. But right now I would suggest looking at the Kickstarter because we've got new things, different things. We've got these new vinyl albums that are going to glow in the dark, and we've got cassettes coming out. So all sorts of really cool merchandise is on that Kickstarter right now.
That is fabulous. That is amazing. So we want our viewers to know that you can go ahead right now and check out every single thing that Sound of Thunder has to offer. Go ahead to the website and you can go there, follow everything on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Get it right now. And those links will be in the description below. So you can go ahead and check out everything that Sound of Thunder has to offer. Nina, before I let you go, last words, what would you say to young people who they're trying to break into music or create a band or something like that, but they've not really gotten into it yet? What words of advice would you have for them?
I will say the first thing that I would do if I wanted to get into a band specifically is ask around friends your age. You know, if you're in high school, go to the band class, see if you can meet some people who play instruments. You know, you want to know that you get along with them. And if you're an adult like me, I used Craigslist. I don't know if people still even use Craigslist, but I used Craigslist, and we got really lucky that it worked for us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nina, for being with me today. It's been such a pleasure talking with you, and I wish you so much success and everything for your newest album. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Thank you. You too. To our viewers, please follow Team Racing Productions on all forms of social media. Like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.